The big thing I read this week, I went through the first.
Who's writing Batman Shadow?
Steve
Orlando, Scott Snyder, and then Riley Rossmo is on art.
It's not Tom King, so I'll give it a shot.
It's wonderful.
Orlando should be writing the main Batman book. I don't know why he's not. He should be. Well, they keep giving him like Batman-ish things to write, but they won't give him the book.
Say James Tynion, they didn't give him the book. They said, I guess he can have a detective.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I read, I finally got through the first Dark Horse omnibus for Conan by Kurt Busiek and Carrie Nord. And that's been my whole week has just been being mad that I don't have more to read.
I love Carrie Nord.
Carrie Nord's art is
fantastic.
fantastic.
Carrie Nord so much.
Yes.
He's so good. So good.
And it's funny to me that people consider heroes like Conan to be like outdated. It's like, oh, they're old pulp heroes. They're
not.
They're escapist. They're
just kidding.
They're escapist fantasies. They're power fantasies. They're vaguely racist. But reading,
oh, dude,
Robert E. Howard was racist.
He was a man in Texas in 1931. Yes, of course he was racist.
So was H.P. Lovecraft.
Yes, a New Englander in the 1920s. Yes, he's racist.
But you read
That's how that works.
And like Conan, like his entire life, he's like, well, you're born on the battlefield. You were born for greatness. You'll be our big chief. And the entire time, like he's growing up, and he wants to go see the world. He wants to go adventuring. Like he doesn't care about his destiny. Like it's a coming of age story. It's like it's timeless.
What that proves is that any character can work.
Yes,
anyone. Bad characters don't exist.
It's not bad characters. It's bad writers.
People just don't know what to do with them. It's just, I don't know. Slapstick's probably a bad character.
Slapstick's probably, but like
most of the Mercs are probably bad characters too. Mercs for the monies.
And I've read like Brian Wooden and Becky Cloonan's run on Conan, like some of it, and like I love the way different artists draw Conan because like he's never ever drawn dumb. He always looks like he's always got something going on behind his eyes, and he's wily. Like he will always outsmart you. He's awesome.
That's the great thing about him in pretty much the entire history that he's been involved in these books. Well, not books, but in actual
media
comics. Is that in the comics he's always smart, and he always has fun. And Robert E. Howard had a lot of that. Like the Conan from like 70 years ago. He was real fucking sharp. He was smart.
He's boisterous, and he's
right.
He's a lot like Thor. He knows he's to the shit, and he's gonna have fun. He's gonna drink and have some women.
But then Arnold came and ruined it by just playing it dumb.
Yeah,
like Arnold's Conan's an asshole. Like Conan's not an asshole. He actually gives a shit.
I don't like the Conan, like the Arnold Conan.
I hate them. Hate them.
Like
terrible.
they've got some charm to them, but like
I can watch them and laugh at them as terrible 80s action films, but they're terrible Conan movies. Horrible.
But all this week, and Josh, you and Seth can both testify. Like I've been on a Conan kick. I'm trying to make everyone watch the Jason Momoa Conan at the studio here.
That was a fun movie.
It's so fun.
That was a really fun movie.
I want to see it on 20-foot projector. I'm mad that because I've read the old Robert Howard stories. I could always reread them, but I'm loving the Busiek Nord run, and so I want more of that. And the next one doesn't come out till May 24th, and then it's a
big week.
They have the video game Conan Exiles doesn't come out till next year with the penis slider.
Xbox is getting censored.
Yes, and then there's no like Mezco was going to put out a Conan a barbarian toy because they don't have the Conan license.
And they're like, I can't do it.
And they're like, we're going to put that on hold because it probably won't sell very well. It's like, I have no outlet for my Conan love except to watch this movie.
You could just track down the Colossal Conan,
which
expensive. Is the entire Busiek Conan in about a 4-foot book.
Yeah, it's only about $400.
It's huge.
The Colossal Conan is not a lie.
It's at least probably 6 inches thick, and it's the size of an Absolute. But it's like 3 times as thick as the Absolute Walker.
See, I thought it was taller than that.
You couldn't read that.
I thought it was like the adamantium edition.
It might
no. Tall and thick.
I don't think it's that tall. It might be taller than the Absolute because the Big Damn Sin City is slightly taller than the Absolute.
You have to read that at a kitchen table.
You don't. No, you don't read it.
You say, "Look at my big meaty dick," and you go about your life.
Actually,
and then you read the trades.
I guess you could get like one of those old school like really big wooden like podium things that like monks would like read things on because their books were also 8,000 pounds. But where do you find that? They don't have that at Costco
or Goodwill.
Probably
IKEA.
I bet IKEA has something similar to that. Here, Here is a Schwarzenwagen. It is a monk reading table.
Yeah, I've just been loving the Beast Ignored Conan, and I love the sword and sorcery aspect, and I love everything about it. And it's so weird because you're like, Robert Howard, you're telling fantasy stories, and then Tower of the Elephant. And it's like, he's a space god? What?
Yeah.
Once again.
Right?
Just like the word.
I think Kirby may have known Robert E. Howard.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Maybe they fought in that war together. That Robert Howard was a draft dodger. I don't know that. That's a joke. I don't know if Robert Howard was a. No, he killed himself before World War II started, so I guess he wouldn't be a draft dodger. Shot himself in the face.
How about that?
He had a lot of problems upstairs anyway. He's a weird guy.
Yeah.